Hi guys, how are you?
Hi,
Good.
Rachel.
How are you?
Doing great. So, to start, Rudy, you are so charming in this movie. It made me so happy to kind of go on this journey with you as I mean, it's the same name, so it's weird to call you a character, but to go on this journey with you because I think if people aren't musicians, they don't understand that a lot of musicians we tend to think of things as beats and measures and like that anyway. So I really love seeing that come to life within Rudy as a character.
Mhm.
For you, who is a musician, was that something that was very important for you to make sure Musica kind of covered?
Yeah, I mean that perspective is authentic to my experience.
Hmm.
So depicting it on screen was always the vision and the hope. Um, and I'm just glad we were able to get there. It's a very personal story on every front for both of us.
Hmm. And Camila, I first of all, I love that you're keeping rom-coms alive. It makes me so happy as a
Thank you.
child of the 90s and 2000s that rom-coms are back and you are in a great number of them. With this being so personal, being in it with Rudy and all of those elements kind of working together, what made this specific romantic comedy more special for you on that front?
Well, definitely the most appealing part of it was the cultural element. Having a Brazilian American story is very rare. You never see that in Hollywood. So it was the first time I got to play a Brazilian American in any project. And then aside from that, aside from this cultural representation that it had, it was also such a unique idea. And I'd never read a script like that. I'd never seen anything like that. And I really couldn't even imagine what it was going to be because it's just such a unique type of movie. It's such a unique type of musical. So I was really proud that not only was it a Brazilian American story, but also a really genuinely original idea.
Yeah, talking about the musical elements, I love, using the sounds on the streets and kind of amplifying those to be more musical, especially like with the trash cans or like that kid playing a bucket and things like that. Do you guys have a favorite like street sound that you guys got to turn into a musical moment within the movie?
Hmm,
Um,
that's a good question.
I think my favorite setting to turn into music was probably the fish market, uh,
Mm.
which wasn't necessarily a street sound, but this idea of throwing and catching literal fish and using cutting boards and knives and uh, refrigerator doors was probably the more challenging setting to musicify. And it was all very tightly rehearsed and choreographed. So on the day, nothing was really left to chance. If you were there, um, everything you saw on screen in the film was actually being produced, performed, and recorded live on the day. That was my favorite because it was a challenge. How do we turn a fish market into music?
Hmm.
Um, and we quickly learned that you can literally turn anything into music.
Yeah, I love that. And
I don't know
Camila,
what was yours.
yeah.
So many I can't even think, but I mean I love the jump roping
Yeah,
because I feel
she
like
loves the park set piece. I think
yeah,
more than any other musical set
I
piece,
just
right?
think jump roping is such a naturally rhythmic thing. And so incorporating that into the park scene felt right.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, that was, I truly was like, oh my God, she can see the music. I'm like so into this that she was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I was
Yeah.
like, but I loved it. Thank you guys so much for talking with me. I really appreciate it. And I can't wait for people to haven't seen it yet at South by get to see it now because I think it's incredible.
Us too.
Yeah, we're so excited. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thanks for
much.
enjoying
Yeah,
it.
of course. Have a great one.
You too.